Okay, we are live on Facebook. Awesome. And for that, cool. Hi, welcome to Think Beyond the Keys. And we are having our seller series actually, listing your home. And this is part 3. And I am so excited this week because you are going to meet part of our production team. Because as I told you last week, we do production. We set up your home and we show it. And now we're in the virtual world. We're in the virtual world, and so it makes sense to make sure your home is marketable so it can bring the most money. So I'm going to shut up because I'm not the expert on this, but I'm going to introduce you to an expert in the field, and he'll tell you what he's doing. And his name is Fernando Tello, and he's a senior project manager and experienced marketing coordinator at Areil Canvas. Now, these guys are awesome. They work with us, and I'll brag more about them later. But Fernando assists clients in the Bay Area to provide a consultative approach to real estate marketing. Clients who can trust Fernando with their marketing needs, as he and Areil Canvas's team aim to showcase a home in its best light. And I have Fernando's contact information and everything right there in the description. So if you're watching this, and I have to say something real quick. If you're watching this for the first time and you want to catch up and look at other videos I've done, I have a YouTube channel that I'll add that to the description so you can just click and see all my past videos, okay? So I'm just going to jump right into it. Fernando, thank you so much for taking time out because I know you guys are busy, right?
Definitely, yeah. We're definitely busy, but thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for allowing us to speak to your audience. I'm really excited to dive more into detail with this.
Great, great. So one quick thing, I'm going to start the ball rolling and then I'll let you take it off.
Sure.
Obviously, you want to sell your home, you want to get to as much people as possible. And so tell me, because there are people out there that might be thinking, do I want to do a virtual tour? What is Matterport? What are all these? So can you tell me about Matterport and how important and how the marketing works?
Yeah, definitely. I can speak more about that. So Matterport is actually 3D technology. We call it a virtual twin of the space. So really envision, let's say if you're selling your home, it would be a digital version of your home. So you would be able to navigate it. You would be able to walk through it as if you were actually at your home. So you could have multiple people viewing it. You could have multiple people experiencing the space and a ton more. So it's a really immersive experience in terms of real estate marketing.
Absolutely. And so I'm gonna approach you like I'm ready to sell my home.
Okay.
Okay. Even though most of the time we go through realtors, but it's also nice for home sellers to understand the process a little bit more. And that's what we do here. And okay, why should I use virtual tours? I know that's a
Sure.
stupid question nowadays, but you tell me, why should I use virtual
Oh
tours?
yeah, that's a very valid question. I know a lot of us are catching up to what living or experiencing a world virtually actually means. So I would personally advise to opt for something like a 3D Matterport. Because it allows multiple people to experience the space, especially during COVID times. It's really difficult to host an open house or have multiple people tour a listing. It's important to be able to provide that resource for potential buyers, right? To be able to experience the space at any time, right? They could experience it at midnight or on their lunch or when they're browsing for any sort of listings. If they're really curious about an area, I would say that having a virtual tour definitely gives you an edge in regards to gathering more interest for your property.
Absolutely. Now, just like I say in all my other interviews, the short time we have here doesn't do justice to everything that's done. So I'm going to circle around as time goes on and bring these same people back so that we can do, like, the next time Fernando will be here, we'll do an hands-on, like, do a 3D tour of one of our
Sure.
listings, right? And so
Definitely.
you guys can see that and experience it for yourselves if you've never done that. But for buyers, this really is also an awesome, awesome tool. I'm excited. I'm excited as a realtor because it gives both our clients, like, the opportunity to go through a lot of homes in a short period of time and at their own time. You know,
Exactly.
well, just like you said, I mean, they can go through it anytime. It's open 24/7,
Hmm.
right? It's not like restricted just to the weekends. Within three,
Hmm.
12 and 3, and you're rushing to get there, and then
Sure.
you're rushing, and then there are people. So I know that it also gives you, how detailed is it? How detailed does it give? Like someone, because there are a lot of detail oriented people,
Hmm.
and I know people out there, I know you have to feel the home before you buy it, but it gives you time to look at a lot of homes. And I'm just going to ask you some of the things that people can see in a virtual tour.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough. The detail is actually very accurate. It's about 98 to 99% accurate.
Mm.
So you're able to see that the Matterport camera is actually 4K capable. So it would be an image that you would see in greater detail. As I was mentioning, it would be like experiencing a place as if you were there, right? So you'd be able to see the details, maybe in architecture, or maybe anywhere. Let's say you wanted to really look at the kitchen area, or if you really wanted to see the space, you
Right.
would be able to see that in that way. And a really important feature of Matterport is that you're also able to measure um, within the space. So
Mm.
if you're really curious about whether or not your furniture fits, that's something that you could do on the spot, right? So you would be able to compare your furniture, be able to measure that, and then also go into the Matterport and measure that. So if you have those kind of questions about whether or not a space is for you, or a future home is for you, you would be able to do that, rather than actually physically measuring a space. That's something that's very, very useful, especially when you're looking to buy a new home or sell.
Awesome. See, that I like. That's a cool feature because there are a lot of things that you can do without physically being there, and it does save a lot of time because you can look at a home and say, "Oh, this is perfect," and then you don't have to go there now with your tape measure. And I wonder,
Right.
this couch or this furniture is very expensive.
Hmm.
It was handed down or whatever the case may be. I want to make
Sure.
sure this fits. You can just do it and eliminate the areas that that it doesn't work for you.
Mhm.
And another cool thing about Matterport, it's not only about the inside, right?
Correct. So you can actually capture the exterior. So we could do something called a 360 view, which is being able to capture a shot in 360. So you'd be able to see a backyard or a balcony area. That would actually allow you. I know from a personal experience, I'm actually in a situation where we're looking to expand into a larger space, and that's literally the first thing that I'm looking at. Right? Does it have a patio, or does it have an enclosed backyard? Something like that, or a balcony. So I think that that's really helpful, especially when you have the ability to view a space in 3D. So that's also another feature of Matterport.
So can you also measure the porch and the backyard? Can you
Hmm.
also do those kind of measurements?
Exactly. Yeah, you can do so as well.
Well, I like that because then you can say, okay, how big a lawn furniture can I get? Can I
Exactly.
everything fit in here? And there's another aspect to our production team. We do what we call a drone view, right? Can you like talk a little bit about that? The
Sure.
drone view? Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. We could speak more on drone video. Aerial Canvas was actually founded with the initiative of being just a drone provider, or a drone service provider, where our founder was actually came into the Bay Area to work for a drone company, and he actually got in touch with a real estate agent that was interested in doing some drone photos, and it just kind of scaled from there. where we noticed that there was a need for more than just drone photos, but to bring it to the features or the pros of having drone content. I think that it's definitely something that's been attainable over the years. I would say that 10 years ago, or even if you want to go a little bit farther, 15 years ago, if you really wanted to get an aerial shot of a home or a building, whatever it was, then you needed to hire an actual helicopter, and it was something that was much more expensive than being able to fly a drone nowadays. So it's definitely more convenient and it's more accessible for even the average consumer, right? That was really interested in flying a drone. So that's something that is something that has been changing in the past couple of years. And also, I would say the advantages of having drone content is that you're able to envision the overall lot, right? So you'll be able to see the neighborhood, you would be able to see views, and then also the nearby maybe features, right? Maybe there's a park nearby, or maybe there's something that needs to be highlighted in the drone that you would only really understand if you're the homeowner or if you physically viewed the space. So that's another aspect of the drone that's really helpful. It's just really being able to emphasize the lot size. I know that sometimes we might be viewing homes that look great in pictures, but you don't really understand the scale of a home or the close proximity of some amenities or neighborhoods. So that's something that's a big advantage of drone.
I like that because sometimes if you're not in the industry, it's hard to envision the square footage. It's like, okay, this is the square footage of the
Sure.
living area, then this is the lot, but I can't, have a visual. But when you look at it from that point, aerial view, you can see, oh, okay, this is how much backyard I have. And
Exactly.
and you can, also measure it. And also I like the fact that you can also see the neighborhood. I mean, you can go around and see like your street. You
Mm-hmm.
can notice if there are a lot of homes that are boarded up or,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
anything, that you may not like, even though the house itself is great. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that you can see. And one of the cool things also about drone is like, just like you said, parks, neighborhood parks, and all that kind of stuff. But there's one thing about area view and in marketing. All of these, um, I think years ago, you can clarify for me. You have to hire
Mm-hmm.
different people to do different things. Now, Area View, they do all of it, and the beauty, they do professional pictures, right? They take
Exactly.
photographs, yeah, with
Yeah,
that.
definitely. So one of the advantages of working with us is we work alongside whether it's a homeowner or a real estate agent, and we're able to provide what we call a streamlined solution. Right, we're able to complete all of these services. I know we spoke about Matterport and drone. We also capture photos, so ground level photos, interior, exterior. We can also provide websites or provide any sort of marketing that is related to the listing. And all of our photographers are actually trained to do all these things. So we can knock this out in a one session, right? So
Mhm.
totally understand that due to the current situation, a lot of people are working from home, or they might have limited access to a home. So we try to be as efficient as possible and set that time aside for just one or one appointment, and we're able to be extremely efficient in that time. So definitely a big advantage during these times.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you're someone who's thinking of selling their home, that's a huge plus because we can just and next week I'll be talking about staging and having a stager in, but we can do like those like within a short period of time. So it doesn't take too much time to get done. So that's a great plus. Now, I know that people listening may be saying yes. And before I go into that subject, let me ask you, is there anything else we're missing in the package? I know we covered the 3D tours. I know
Mm-hmm.
we covered the aerial
Mm-hmm.
views and everything else. Is there anything else that's missing in the packet that we didn't talk about?
I think you pretty much covered it.
Okay.
One of the things that I did want to mention that is important, at least during these times, is virtual staging and how that would impact the exposure of a listing, right? I know that some places that might be up for sale are vacant. So virtual staging is a great tool if you want a buyer or a seller to really envision the space and kind of activate, let's say it's a living room or a kitchen or a dining room, even the master bedroom. It really helps kind of envision the space and really think, okay, this is what the space would actually look like if there was furniture there, right? So virtual staging is done with the photos that we take. It's more cost effective, and you get to keep the photos for life. So that's
Yeah.
definitely a big advantage.
Cool. So that is one cool feature, virtual staging, because sometimes, just like you said, there are homes that are empty, and the seller may not want to like stage it and have that extra cost to do that.
Sure.
So the virtual staging does help in that area, because the importance of production in marketing now in the current market condition is that I think a year ago or two, they said 80 something or 89 people search for homes now online. Now everyone does. You have to, because you have to, you limit the homes you really want to see before scheduling a private viewing. Well, at least up here in Northern California, that's what we do, right, Fernando?
Exactly.
And so having, now imagine, and people, we have like very short attention span, and we don't have patience, and then we are used to Hollywood production style visualization, how we visualize videos, how we visualize pictures. And I mean, everything's being polished, everything's being done right. So now imagine you are putting your home on market, you're competing with other homes. Now, if I'm going through my phone, like, okay, look, I'm attracted to the one that has really cool pictures to even see it, right? To even see it.
Yeah, from a consumer standpoint, if you see something that stands out to you, whether it's a video or it's photos, it's the little details, that really gain your interest, and they really want to make sure that you're able to share it with someone. Whether it's a family member or a husband or wife, where you can say, hey, check this out. We need to go see this place. It looks amazing.
Another advantage of virtual staging and the area view also is there's some people that are out of town. And so they're looking for a place, they're relocating, and they don't have eyes on the ground. Doing that, it is awesome. They see the neighborhood, they see everything, they can measure every room, and they can see detail. I mean, just like Fernando said, it is 99%, 98 to 99% accurate, right? So you can zoom into that tile, you can zoom into different areas and really see and ask questions about each thing that you see in each room to make sure it's what you want. And so that's a cool thing about that. Now we all know now it's a cool thing. It's an essential marketing tool that you have to have. Now it's no longer a luxury. It's something that is essential that you should have. And listing your home, some people would say like, oh, I'm not sure. I don't have $1 million house. I need to put this on. So I'm on a budget. How does that work? What different packages you have?
Sure, yeah, definitely. So we definitely take budgets in mind, and we want to make sure that we're understanding of where the marketing strategy is headed. So we can offer something, let's say a package that's covering a $3 to $5 million listing, or we could cater, or we could bring down a package to something that's for a condo or an apartment, or even just a single family home. That you may feel that it's more suited to a certain package. So yeah, if you have any questions about what might be best for your specific home, we can definitely help out in regards to that.
And that's the cool thing about working with Areil Canvas. Here at EQ1 Real Estate, we work with all types of clients. And the way our services are basically the same. So it doesn't matter what your budget is. We're going to make sure your home is at the best possible light, is it's shown at that light. And that's the cool thing about it, because we understand that showing your homes, and Areil Canvas is doing a great job on that, is a necessity for you to get the most of, for your money right now, and get more people to see your homes, because you want a lot more buyers to be interested in it. So imagine you as a homeowner, you put your home on sale and no one offers anything, no offer comes in. And we want to get to the point where obviously you have a lot of offers where you can negotiate and you can do
Hmm.
go back and forth. So thank
Exactly.
you so much for coming on. I love these chats. I love it that they're not so long. You can ask questions, you can reach back, but this is part of listing your home. It's an important part in getting your home ready and putting it in a competitive market. And all markets are competitive, it doesn't matter. Now obviously it is a competitive market, there's not enough, but even at that, I've heard homes that have sold below market value, even in
Right.
this. Yeah, even in this. So it depends on the area you are, and it does make sense. So thank you, Fernando. I
No problem.
appreciate your time. I know you're swamped and busy, but I really do appreciate your time in this.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you so much for tuning in. And I appreciate the conversation. I think it's definitely something that needs to be at least considered when listing a home for sale.
Awesome. And because I don't want these videos to be long, so what I'll do, Fernando, man, anytime you can come back, you can just show us, some of
Yes,
our listings that you've done for EQ1, and just show
sure.
area view and stuff. So people can see, what they're going to get for that. So I'll let you know when he can be back. Everyone out there, have a great day. Next week, be back, because we'll be doing staging, and I'm excited about that. So have a great day, and I'll catch you all guys
Awesome.
later. Bye.